you just kind of just naturally came into the music.
Yeah, my dad, Raful Neal, who he grew up in West Baton Rouge. It was my dad, and he and Slim Harpo, Lazy Lester. Um, I don't know if you know Silas Hogan and guys like that, but they was all from this area, and they was the musicians back then. Ernie Cato, mother-in-law, and all of these guys, Johnny Adams. They all come up together at the same time. So me being the eldest of 10, I was the first kid. So I got a chance to hang out with my dad when he was younger. So he would have me there when they come to rehearsal. All of the guys would come over to my house, man. I had a concert at least twice a week at my house. And it was just, I would look forward to it. And so I don't even remember when I learned to play because I was always crawling around guitar amps and drums and stuff like that. So I just grew up in it. I was deep in the middle of the ocean of the blues.
Well, let me just say this, Kenny, I'm jealous.
So I had to swim, I had to swim. I couldn't drown in the blues. So, man, it
Okay.
was a good thing because I knew from a young kid that this is what I really wanted to do. And I'm glad I pursued it. And, my dad and my mom, thank God for my mom, Shirley, because she had 10 kids and all of us was around the house beating on pots and pans and guitars. And I would have been nuts by that time, man, if I had 10 kids around me. So I tipped my hat off to my mom for putting up with the noise. She never would complain, man.
Wow. Well,
And, we just grew up in the household of music. And, when my dad was 19, 20 years old, he had Buddy Guy as a guitar player in his band back then because Buddy Guy and Phil Guy and Sam and all of them came from within 10 miles of where my dad was brought up. So they all, all was buddies together and trying to learn how to play blues. And I got a whiff of it and they passed it on to me. And here I am carrying the torch.
well, that's one of the things that I love about the blues is the fact that traditions aren't lost and the respect, and honoring of the musicians that came generations before are still revered.
Yeah. That's amazing you would say that because I went back to my hometown a few weeks ago, little country town where I grew up at. And they all love me. They all know me. I never change anything. I'm Kenny Neal to the public, but I'm Kenny Ray when I get home. They use my middle name. Hey, Kenny Ray. You know, so if you call me Kenny Ray, you really know me. Um, so these elderly people who grew up with my dad knew my dad real well and used to go see him perform. They was totally amazed that I was singing these songs and playing the harmonica just like my dad used to play. And they was saying, "Man, it's so happy to see that you took this on. We thought once your dad was gone, it was over with." I go, "No, it's a long ways from being over because I got two generations under me that's carrying it on as well." you know. So the blues lives on with the Neal family.